Today we are going to talk about compare Thailand and China. China is located in the eastern part of Asia. On the western coast of the Pacific Ocean, it is a socialist country led by the working class and based on the alliance of the worker and peasants in the people democratic dictatorship, and the capital is Beijing. China is one of the four ascent civilization. It has a long history and culture and is the third largest country in the world. The world's largest population, it is a fifth member of the UN Security Council. China is the world's second largest economy, the world's largest trading power, the world's largest foreign exchange received country, the world's largest steel producer, and the world's largest agriculture country, one of the world's largest food producer, and one of the fastest growing economy in the world. The second largest attracting foreign country, an important member of many international organizations in the world, is considered to be one of the potential superpowers. China has one of the world's largest tourist destinations with the richest world culture heritage and nature and culture attraction. The Kingdom of Thailand, referred to as Thailand, it is constitutional monarchy is Southeast Asia. Thailand is located in the center part of the Central South Peninsula. The capital is Bangkok. It blends the western and the north with Myanmar. The northeastern is Laos. The southeastern is Cambodia, and the Northern Peninsula to the south is consent to Malaysia. The old name of Thailand, Siam, was changed to Thai by the Thai people in 1949 with the name of their own nation, mainly because of their freedom. Thailand's free economy policy is one of the world emerging industry countries, and the world emerging market economies, manufacturing, agriculture, and tourism are the main source of the economy. Thailand is the only next export of food in Asia and one of the world's five largest exports of agricultural products. The manufacturing industry, such as the electronic industry, is developing rapidly. The industry structure is exchanged obviously. The automobile industry is a pilot industry. Thailand is one of the most famous tourist destinations in the world. Thailand is a country of Buddhism, and most Thai believe in the four faiths Buddha. Buddhism accounts for more than 90% of the country's population. Thailand is a member of the Association of Southeast Asian Nature and a founding member of the Association of Southeastern Asian Nature, as well as a member of the Asian Pacific Economic Commission. The Asia Europe the dimensions between Thailand and China. The first one is power distance. This dimension deals with the fact that all individuals in societies are not equally. It expresses that attitude of culture toward those inequalities amongst us. Power distance is defined as the extent to which the least powerful member of in situation and organizations within a country expect and accept that power is distributed unequally. A social a, so, a society that believes that inequalities amongst people are acceptable in China. The subordinate superior relationship tends to be polarized and there is no defense against power abused by superiors. Individuals are influenced by former authority and sanctions and are in general optimistic about people's capacity for leadership and initiative. People should not have aspirations beyond their rank. And in this dimension, Thailand is a society in which inequalities are accepted. A strong chain of command and protocol are observed. Each rank has its privileges and the employee show loyalty, respect and deference for their superior in return for protection and guidance. This may lead to paternalistic management. So the attitude toward managers are more formal. The information flow is hierarchical and controlled. And the second one is individuals. The fundamental issue addressed by this dimension is the degree of interdependence a society maintains among its members. It has to do with whether people's self-image is defined in terms of I or we. In individualist society, people are supposed to look after themselves and their direct family only. In collective society, people belong to in groups that take care of them in exchange for loyalty. China is a highly collective culture where people act in the interest of the group and not necessarily of themselves. In group consideration affect hiring and promotions. With close in group such as family are getting preferential treatment. Employee commitment to the organization is low, whereas relationship with colleagues are cooperative. For in groups, they are cold or even hostile to outgroups. Personal relationship provide over task and the company, and Thailand is manifest in a close long-term community to the member group. Loyalty to the in-group in a collective culture in paramount and override amongst other society rules and regulations. The society fosters strong relationship where everyone takes responsibility for fellow members of their group. In order to preserve the in-group tie are not confrontational, and in this communication, a yes may not mean an acceptance or agreement, and often lead to loss of faith, and the Thai are very sensitive not to feel shamed in front of their group. Personal relationship is key to conducting business, and it takes time to build such relations. So practicing is necessary, as well as not openly discuss business on first occasion.
And now I'm going to talk about the difference between China and Thailand. First, I'm going to talk about the masculine. A high score on this dimension indicates that the society will be driven by competition, achievement, and success, with success being defined by the winner best in the field. A value system that starts in school and continues throughout organization life. In China, is the 66 is the masculine society, success-oriented and driven. The need to ensure success can be exemplified by the fact that many Chinese will sacrifice family and leisure priorities to works. Service people, such as dressers, will provide service until very late at night. Leisure time is not so important, and migrated workers will leave their families behind in faraway places in order to obtain better work and pay in the cities. Another example is that Chinese students care very much about their exam scores and ranking, as this is the main criterion to achieve success or not. The Thailand score is 34 on these dimensions, and this thus considered a feminine society. Thailand has the lowest masculinity rankings among the average Asian countries of 53 and the world average of 50. The lower level is indicative of the society with less assertiveness and competitiveness, as compared to one where these values are considered more important and significant. These situations also reinforce more traditional male and female roles within the population. And next is uncertainty avoidance. The dimensions are uncertainty avoidance have to do with the way that the society deals with the facts that the future can never be known. Should we try to control the future or just let it happen? This ambiguity brings with it anxiety, and different cultures have learned to deal with this anxiety in different ways. The extent to which the members of the culture feel threatened by ambiguous or unknown situations and have creative beliefs, and in situations that try to avoid this is reflective in the score on uncertainty avoidance. In China is the 30. China has the low score on uncertainty avoidance. Truth may be relative thoughts in the immediate social circles. There is concern for truth with the capital T and rules, but not necessarily laws abound. Non-analyst adherence to laws and rules may be flexible to suit the actual situations, and pragmatism is the fact of life. The Chinese are comfortable with ambiguity. The Chinese language is full of ambiguous meanings that can be difficult for Western people to follow. Chinese are adaptable and entrepreneurial. At the time of writing, the majority, 70% to 80% of Chinese business tend to be small to medium sized, the family owned. The Thailand scores an intermediate 64 on these dimensions, but the safety indicating a preference for avoiding uncertainty. In order to minimize or reduce this level of uncertainty, strict rules, laws, policies, and regulations are adopted and implemented. The ultimate goal of this population is to control everything in order to eliminate it or avoid the unaccepted. As the result of this high uncertainty avoidance characteristic, the society does not readily accept change and the very risk averse. Change has to be seen for the greater good of the in-group. And the next one is long-term orientation. China scored 87 in this dimension, which means that it is very pragmatic culture. In societies with the pragmatic orientation, people believe that truth depends very much on the situation, context, the time. They show the ability to adapt traditions easily to changed conditions, a strong propensity to save the invest, thriftfulness and perseverance in achieving results. Thailand's low score of 32 indicates that Thai culture is more normative than pragmatic. People in such society has a strong concern with establishing the absolute truth. They are normative in their thinking. They exhibit great respect for tradition, a relatively small propensity to save for the future, and a focus on achieving quick results.
So, in the face of different cultural environmental, China and Thailand also have significant difference in the tourism industry. After analysis of the cultural dimension, we are clearly see the difference between two countries. Thailand and China are strong with the power distance for the nation heritage. In social life, have differentiation of rights, but also people do to decide socially heritage according to the decision. For example, students respect teacher and people expect authoritative values for those who are educated and less educated. Children are respect parent and wedge gap between the top of bottom of the organization is very large, which has a great impact on strength authorities Wall Street. In the concept of Thailand and China is similar between individualism and collectivism. Both of them are focused on collectivism. In the religion culture of Thailand, consider as people come to the world as a family. The family protects them, and the members should report their loyalty. So Thai people think about problem and the starting point for decision making as we. Well, China is also keeping the main thinking is that the selective interest is higher than personal interest, but also they pay more attention to the emotional exchange between people and people rather than independent extents. Thailand and China are focused on the relationship between group and personal. They believe that people should not only pay attention to their own emotion, but should pay attention to the feeling from people around them. They are minting a peaceful life. In a term of masculinity and femininity, the cultural difference between China and Thailand are very obvious. It is not difficult to see from the female culture that Thailand tries to be female in the masculine or feminine dimension. Because of the tourism industry have development caused by the female industry, the interest drive people to recognize this behavior and make development of social advancement for women. In addition, Chinese women are also become more self-reliant and independent, but they still fail to change a dominant position of masculinity. The tendency towards interest and power has also led to a clear masculinity trait to Chinese society, while its men often dominate. In a concept of the uncertainty avoidance, Thailand and China are in same concept. In the interaction between people, they try to avoid conflicts and open confrontations. For example, as most Thai people do not want to do the business with people they don't know or they don't like, especially for foreigner who want to sell good products for them. People who belong to those countries are maintaining a carefully attitude towards the issue and do not want to take the risk. They can be quite conservative compared to the United States. In the concept of the long-term or short-term orientation variables, Thailand's long-term orientation is low, but this does not affect long-term development. On the other hand, the higher saving rates in the city indicates that the Chinese pay attention to the future welfare, but the Chinese people are extremely short-sighted on the surface, such as waste of resources, environmental pollution. But however, Chinese are still following the path of sustainable development and making long-term plan for future. So under the different cultural background, China and Thailand all play the different roles in the diversified economic situation. Both of countries are following their own footstep and keep state process step by step. So they are looking forward to see that Thailand and China has made activity cooperation and make improvement with each other. Thank you.